in Harare. Now, while some have welcomed President Cyril Ramaphosa's move to send a special envoy to help mediate the situation, other analysts say it's simply not enough. We speak now to Ibbo Mandaza on the unfolding situation in the country, and he's with the Platform for Concerned Citizens out in Zimbabwe. Very good afternoon to you, Mr. Mandaza, and thank you very much for joining us. Perhaps let's start with reaction of the deployment of the special envoy to Zimbabwe.
Yes, well, as we said in our statement, we welcome this initiative very much after a deafening silence on the part of South Africa and the region in the face of a growing crisis in Zimbabwe, with abductions, torture, and a threatening situation with respect to COVID. Yes, we welcome it very much. We look forward to meeting the envoys. We know, some of us know both of them very well. Baleka Mbete from Dar es Salaam days, and Mufamadi more recently. And I think both are familiar with the Zimbabwe situation, and we hope that they see everybody, not just the government of Zimbabwe, and not just the political parties, but also civic society, and that they leave not as having finished a fact-finding mission, but more important, as having established the basis for talks going forward to the resolution of the Zimbabwe crisis. That's our hope.
Will the Platform for Concerned Citizens be part of the meeting, and are you able to tell us when this meeting will be and what's on the agenda?
Well, they have not been in touch with us at all. We have issued a statement which has gone to them. We have sent it to the embassy this morning. And since we have been engaged with the African government on various fronts, albeit informally, we hope that we will have an opportunity to speak to them today or tomorrow. I know that they are meeting some today. I think they're meeting the government today in ZANU-PF, and I know MDC Alliance are on standby to meet them. I suppose we are smaller quantities, but we still hope that not only us, but all other civic bodies that are the NCP, for example, the National Convention Platform, I afforded the opportunity to speak to the envoys.
You noted earlier that there should not be another fact-finding mission. What is it that you want to come out of these discussions?
An agenda for the resolution of the crisis in Zimbabwe. In particular, we'd hope that the transitional authority, the National Transitional Authority, is put on the agenda as a basis, as a possible basis for the resolution of the Zimbabwe situation. As we said in our statement, it is clear that the current government is completely incapable of reform. It has no capacity to change. It's just sliding descending into a growing crisis every day. So it is required a period during which Zimbabweans as a whole, and include the diaspora, can sit around and decide on a transitional authority, which is non-partisan, and it must not even include people like ourselves who are promoting it. We can find 18 Zimbabweans about whom all political parties can agree as the kind of people who can take us forward and implement an agenda for reform, political, economic, restoration of national institutions, and establishment of a truly democratic Zimbabwe with an accountable executive, a vibrant legislature, and a fiercely independent judiciary. And of course, an economic recovery so that we can get back most of the Zimbabweans who are out there. As I said earlier, some time ago, 75% of professional and skilled Zimbabweans are outside the country, 75%. And there's no way the country can go forward without at least a significant proportion of those who are outside our borders.
President Emmerson Mnangagwa, as chair of the SADC organ on politics, defense and security cooperation, as well as this envoy meeting, what hopes do you have of a tangible result as you've just outlined?
Well, I think Mnangagwa's tenure as representing Zimbabwe on the organ of politics, defense and security ends tomorrow, if not today. So I don't think it carries that title anymore. Nor do I think that this discussion that's taking place is around the kind of parameters or terms of reference that would fall under the organ. I want to believe that this is an initiative by President Ramaphosa, has to do with his status as both chair of the AU and a member of SADC, but more important, as the immediate neighbor of Zimbabwe. And that this, as I said earlier on, that we want to believe that the special envoys will establish an agenda for discussion, and including the subject of the National Transitional Authority.
You mentioned in your statement that Zimbabwe faces its deepest crisis that it's ever experienced since independence. Please expand on that for us.
Well, you have to be here to see it for yourself. I've been here since the ceasefire in 1980. We have had many crises. We had Gukuraundi in the 80s. We had Mrambachina. We had the meltdown of the 2006-2008. With the violence, the situation now is very dire, economically, politically, and the COVID issue has made things worse, especially at a time when the health system has all but collapsed. If the pandemic hits us here, we have little lines of defense at all. So it is a multifaceted crisis that we're facing as Zimbabweans. And as I said earlier, you have a situation where we have 75% of our professional and skilled people outside the country. Unprecedented.
Ibbo Mandaza speaking for the Platform for Concerned Citizens in Zimbabwe. Thank you very much.